What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my office. Welcome to my channel. Today let's talk about my progress on FTMO verification and how the trading week has been. And how this trading week has been, just to sum it up, has been the worst trading week I've ever had, to be completely honest. I had 3 losses and 3 break-even trades, 0 wins. I won 0 trades this week. Maybe it's the pressure of performing for YouTube, maybe it's the pressure for getting past the FTMO verification. I passed the challenge, which is actually, technically it's harder. You gotta make 10% in a month. Now I gotta make 5% in 60 days, and this week has not been good. But even with this historically horrible trading week, I'm only down like 1.6%. So I'm still very confident that I'm gonna have some good trades. That's gonna put me right back, into the positive numbers. And yeah, so this weekend I'm gonna spend a lot of time back testing, just getting on top of my craft and making sure I'm taking very good clean trades, not rushing anything, no FOMO. I just need to get that all out of the system. One thing I feel like I am going to run into now that I just have not won a trade is once I see a setup and I'm going to take it, I'm going to be kind of fearful to take the trade just because I don't want to lose another one. But you got to just, get over that obstacle. That's a part of trading. You're going to have these losing spurts. Like when I did the challenge, same thing happened. I lost 4 or 5 straight trades, I believe, but then after that, 3 winners, and eventually I passed. So today I'll just go over a couple of the losing trades and we'll get into the video. Okay, so this was the first trade of this week. This was a losing trade. I lost 0.5% on this one. Looking back at the trade, it wasn't a bad trade. After reviewing it today, I shouldn't have taken this trade, but it's not a bad trade, I wouldn't say. So 4H is where I get my key levels and my bias. So to me, 4H level is showing that this is clearly sell bias. So after this push down, the price came back up for a double top. Theoretically, it should have came down and made a lower low, but it did not do that. So that's a sign that I may start to reverse. But I don't take reversal trades. I take trades at key levels in the direction of the market. So just to quickly summarize how I see this market, I'll just break it down real quick. So just to make it easy, we'll say that this thing has been, from here, has been ranging. So you have these breakouts, break-back-ins. I don't really consider that an area. So you have this range, you have this break of the range with momentum and a pullback. You could have probably had a nice sell here. Maybe could have found an entry. It looks like it happened pretty fast, so maybe not. Then you have a push down, lower low, lower high, another spot for an entry. You have a push, potential double bottom, still sell bias, made a lower high, another push phase down, came back up for a double top, and then this could have pushed down for the lower low, but it stalled here, and now it looks like it came back to this key level. And since to me this is still sell bias, I was looking for a sell at this level to push back down. There is potential where this could go up and start making its way back up, or just start ranging. So that's how I saw the market. Let's get rid of all this. Okay, so 4H structure is down, key levels are marked, 1H time frame. So price had left a lot of wicks in this area, so it started pushing up. I was waiting to see on my trading time frame for a depletion of this bullish pressure for it to start pushing its way back down. So this is what I was looking for here. Here is clearly bullish. So after seeing this, I shouldn't have taken this trade. There is no momentum pushing to the downside. So that was one mistake I made on this one. And I took this trade on the 5-minute time frame, and that's another thing I've noticed. When I take trades on a 5-minute time frame, I lately I've been losing a lot more than if I take it on the 10 or the 15, which is just a little bit more confirmation. So I took this on the 5 minutes, so we'll look at this on the 5 minute chart. So this is clearly pushing up, I'm making higher highs, higher lows, and I was just simply waiting for a break of this trend line and then some kind of double top, lower high, and then an entry to start pushing its way back down. So there's the break. Here's a push down, taking out this low. So I'm anticipating this to push, make a lower high here and a double top of this structure before it started making its way down. Got this wick rejection here. So this to me is it's a good sign for me to take the trade. So this was it met my criteria. It was depletion of the bullish pressure, had a break of the trend line, had a wick rejection. I should have waited. So this was a big mistake I made. I did not wait for the next candle to close, because right when this candle opened, it started to push up, started leaving a wick, and then I entered the trade because of FOMO, and then I got stopped out. So we'll play this out. Got entered. I thought, okay, so it's going to start pushing back down, double top, but then boom, this happened. Don't know what caused this. I have no idea. There was no news breaks for this pair. It just completely stopped me out within 15 minutes. So this was trade number one. Mistakes I made. Did not wait for the candle to close. The 5 minute candle. If I do trade the 5 minute candle, you need to wait for 2 candles to close. And then there was no bearish sentiment on the hourly chart showing any momentum that's going to start pushing to the downside. And I believe those were the 2 big mistakes and takeaways from this trade. Okay, trade number 2 for the week. This was on CAD Swiss franc. Kind of upset about this one. This one was a break-even trade. So clearly in the short term, this is a downtrend, 4H time frame. This is in a downtrend, pushing, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, potentially a lower high for another lower low. Long term, this thing is kind of sideways if you look, but I'm a short-term trader, so this is what I see. Downtrend, and I got my key levels marked. So I go down to my hourly time frame, see what's going on. So after this 4-hour big momentum candle, I'm expecting most likely a good chance it's going to be another red candle. So I'm going to be looking for shorts. Go to my hourly time frame. Here, the last hourly candle left this wick rejection, so that's an area where I'll be watching. And then I went down to my trading time frame, and you'll see bullish pressure start to deplete, start to come down, and start to push its way down. There was a couple, like an entry here. This is an aggressive entry. Same thing here. I wouldn't enter here. It doesn't look like a very good entry. But this area was pretty interesting right here. So you have this push phase, a couple of wick rejections, another push, double top, and this could have been a really good entry right here. But I missed this. What time was this? This was really early in the morning, 1:30 a.m. So I missed this. Missed all of this. I'm sure I could have had an opportunity to trade this, but I wake up at 2 a.m. so I missed this trade. So I was watching this in the morning when I woke up, and was hoping it'd come back to this level and show some kind of rejection so I could enter. And then it gave me a break back in just like this. So when I saw this, I put a limit sell here, just kind of not really a reason why I picked this location. I just dropped a limit sell in this area, and stop loss above structure, went for a 3-to-1 like I usually do. And then I'm in the profit, and then this next candle took me out break even. So my strategy is, once I go 1-to-1 into profit, I move my stop loss to break even, like 1 or 2 pips into break even, just to lock in some gains, or have no risk if it turns around against me and ends up going the opposite way. Then I just have a break even trade. So this one went to 1-to-1. I moved my stop loss to break even, and then I got stopped out, break even. So this, it ended up being a take profit trade, but yep, stopped out, break even. The issue with this is when you have such a small stop loss, like a 3-pip stop loss, moving your stop loss to break even after you get into profit is probably not a good idea. It's not just such small pips you're dealing with. You could just hope you're on the right side of momentum and you will hit your take profit, which happened here. But my rule is 1-to-1. I go break even, and I always stick to my rule. So that's why this trade was a break even trade, small profit, barely cover the commission. So far for this week, I'm 1 loss, 1 break even. YouTube, this is trade number 6 of the week, my last trade. So reviewing this right now, just on the 4H time frame, it's just a bad trade to take. I took a sell. I always take sells. Currently the market is trending down, so looking for sells was right, I believe. But if you look here, price has been ranging for quite some time. It had this break, and this could be coming down for the retest of the range before it would shoot back up. And then I just don't know what I was thinking taking this trade. So sorry, my connection, as you can see, is just horrible right now, so just bear with me. This was the last trade of the week. Let's see, this week I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. This week I had 3 losses, 3 break-evens. One of the losses is a very small loss. I thought it should have been a break-even, but I moved my stop loss, I thought, into what would be profit even with the commissions, but somehow it came out a small loss. But that's neither here nor there. So trending down. This is the hourly chart. You can see I had a double bottom, so good sign this may be reversing. What I saw on the 5-minute chart shouldn't have been a trade I've taken. Shouldn't have been a trade I took, but luckily I was able to get a small, it was a break even, very small profit break even trade on this one. Luckily, I was able to get that rather than another loss. So this weekend I'm just gonna do a lot of back testing, get back to the drawing board, and do better next week. Oh my god, I don't know why my internet is running like this. I have no bars. 0 bars today, boys. I'll definitely cut these lags out of the video. Okay, restarted my computer. We're back. We got a good connection. So let's go through this again real quick. Price was stuck in this range for quite some time. Broke out, bullish momentum. Started to trend down, breaking lows, and I took a sell here like a stupid idiot. So here's where I tried to enter. You have this push down, thinking it's gonna break this level, but here's some evidence that this is a strong level where it cannot break, and eventually it's gonna start going back up. So the trade I took, you have this level here. So I was thinking bullish momentum is depleting, have a double top, price is starting to come down, push, middle lower high, coming back up for a double top, thinking it's gonna start making another low. I believe it was somewhere in this area where I took this. It might have been actually right here. Had a sell stop entry, something like this. Yeah, about a 12 pip stop loss. I think this was pretty much, no, I think this might have been the trade right here for my 3-to-1. And this is how it played out. So at this point I got to break even, so I entered on this candle here. And there was no entry here. I don't know why I entered this trade. There is no entry. This could have been an entry on this candle here, but I took a sell stop or sell limit. I'm not sure. But basically, either way, I entered right here in this area. Had a slight move down. Got to break even because it went 1-to-1 in the trade. So I moved my stop loss. And then it just... could have took it at a 2-to-1, really. And that was trade number 6 of the week. This actually went to 2-to-1. So I could have closed this out 2-to-1, but I forgot to break even, just move my stop loss, and just let it play out. Yeah, that was trade number 6 of the week, and I think after this it just reversed and went the other way. Yep, and that was trade number 6 of the week. I'll just be back testing this week, and I will come back strong next week. I am down, what is it, let's see, 1.6%. Yeah, so we'll keep grinding away at it next week and come back strong, have some wins, and start the equity curve to the upside, hopefully. So see you in the next video.